Hello to all of you out there in social media world. This is, yes, Brother Dana coming to you from Chicago. Greetings and hello to all of my Hebrew brothers and sisters out there. I wanted to bring you just a little word from my heart here on this Tuesday evening, as my heart has been heavy, especially over these last few weeks, when I continue to see my people, white evangelicals, rise up and reveal their hearts concerning you, the precious people of the Most High Yah. And it hurts when you see people that you love having to endure so much unnecessary pain and suffering. And even though we may understand it due to Deuteronomy chapter 28, what can be really difficult for me, and I'm not even one that is under this oppression and this hatred, but yet you wonder when the Most High Yah is going to finally say enough is enough. It hurts when I sit back and I see these things happening and there's nothing that I can do except for what I'm doing now, and that is to speak out the truth boldly and confidently. To not only encourage you, His precious chosen, that your time is coming to an end of this suffering, but to speak the truth to my white family in hopes that they would at least, if they don't want to repent, at least shut their mouths and back down. And then to see that this president and hear what he calls you, and with his last tweets of Baltimore, calling you basically rats. But you know what? I'd rather dwell amongst rats than to live in the house or in the neighborhood of people who live controlled by the spirit of Esau. In Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 37 says, "You will become a thing of horror, a byword, and an object of ridicule among all the peoples where the Most High Yah will drive you." And so I looked at this scripture, a thing. That's exactly what my white people, my white family look at you as, are things, not humans, not people, but things, like a rat, a thing of horror. We've done everything in our power from the day that we've enslaved you and captured you and brought you over on those slave ships to turn you into a thing of horror. I was just talking to my mom today, and I said, you know, Mom, I see just the depth of hatred that lies within our white family members. That even when I go home to my true blood family, and I speak to them about the lies that have been made up in making you, my black brothers and sisters, as they know you by, things of horror, animals, worse than a wild dog or horse. they yet refuse it and tell me that I've been brainwashed. Well, how am I brainwashed on something that wasn't taught to me, but I have experienced, I have watched, and I have seen the lies manifest? And when I come home to share the truth, I'm told that I've been brainwashed. And then you also are known by bywords. And I looked up various bywords that white America has called various ethnic groups. And yes, Asians had a few, Europeans had a couple. But then I got to Africans, blacks, Americans. And more than any other group, or even combining all the groups together, you had more. I counted over 50 words, bywords such as branch manager, because you are monkeys of the tree, apes. I saw one that was calling you blue gum, which was an offensive slur used by some United States white Southerners for you African Americans because they perceived you as lazy and people who refused to work. I was told also that you were porch monkeys, that you sit on the porch waiting for your check to come in. Bywords such as colored, bywords such as jungle bunny, monkey. A byword as a nignog, which refers to you as a black person, or a niglet, a black child. On and on. Tar baby. What saddens me is not so much that my people have believed the lies of who you really are, but that the revelation of who you, my black brothers and sisters, has not yet infiltrated the hearts of everybody, that when they hear these bywords, even as President Trump wants to allude to you as rats, that when you truly know who you are, it doesn't impact you as much. And there's too many of you, my true Hebrew brothers and sisters out there, that have not yet received the revelation to understand that you will be called bywords, because all of this that has been done by my people has been done to cover up or to take away your true identity. And that soon your true identity will be shouted from the mountaintops and will be made clear by the Most High Yah himself when he moves in to move you out from under white supremacy, out from underneath the lies of what has been taught by my forefathers, that you are a thing of horror, that you are also an object of ridicule. And you can see how my white family is doing everything they can do to ridicule you. And when I looked up ridicule, it says to make fun of someone. When you ridicule something, we demote it, pointing out its ridiculousness. We demote you to only make us look better. Ridicule is used to exaggerate the differences between us and them, which is you. And it hurts as someone that's not under this oppression by any means. But yet when I see you suffer and hurt, it makes me angry And yet I feel so helpless in being able to change what is being done and what is being said. And the only hope that I have and that we have is to know that this will not last always. That Trump has been brought in, and my white evangelicals believe that God put him there. Let them believe that, because what they don't realize is that they're following Pharaoh. And the Most High Yah is separating the sheeps from the goats. So that when he brings down his judgment, doesn't matter whether my people can look at the Most High Yah and say, but I never owned a slave. They will be held responsible for standing back, watching, silently, some of them, or others applauding, as this Pharaoh, also known as President Trump, wants to refer you as a byword, as rats who infest beauty and destroy it and need to be exterminated. And they will not be left without excuse. But until that time happens, it's painful to sit back and watch you suffer even greater now. But the hope that I also want to declare is that Pharaoh made it worse for your ancestors in those last days when your redemption was drawing nigh. When he increased the labor and he made your ancestors not only make the brick, but to go out and gather everything that needed the straw and expect the same results. And it is just my desire to really bring about awareness to who you are. Most High Yah, I just want to pray this prayer over your precious people. That you will empower them, that you will strengthen them, that you will give them confidence. That you are true to your promises. That you will deliver your people out of this oppression. I pray, Father, for my Hebrew brothers and sisters, those who know who they are, that they will continue to walk in confidence, to know that this season is coming to an end regardless of how it looks. And I specifically right now want to pray for my Hebrew brothers and sisters across the world, especially in this nation, that do not yet know who they are. And so when these hurls of insults go out in calling them rats, colored, porch monkeys, whatever it has been and whatever it will be, that they will come to the revelation of the knowledge of truth, that they will recognize who they are, that they are the true chosen people of the Most High Yah. And they will recognize all these insults and all these bywords are nothing but lies from a group of people that they themselves do not know, that they've been fooled, and that their destruction is right around the corner. Please, Most High Yah, use us that are opened to this truth, to go out and to speak and to proclaim and to declare to those who do not yet know you and know who they are in you, so that they too can have the hope of this truth to sustain them in these years and months to come until you say enough is enough. And Father, I know, Most High Yah, that you are asking me to declare this truth to my people, my white evangelicals. But the honesty of the depth of my heart is I understand Jonah when he did not want to go to Nineveh because he wanted to see the people suffer or to not receive truth, to set them free. I too feel that same way when it comes to my people. But Father, not yet my will, your will be done. For I desire to be a vessel used in your hand to speak and to go wherever you've called me to go, to proclaim the truth. For I want you to be the priority of my life. And I pray, Father, that you will utilize your people who are raising up in spirit and in truth to proclaim the love of the Most High Yah, and to trust that he who began, you who began the good work in me and the good work in us, is the one that is faithful to complete it to the very end. Father, there's a sister out there that is dealing with cancer in her arm, and she knows who she is. And I want to pray that you would uplift her, that you would hold her in your mighty hand, and that you would miraculously heal her, so she can be a testimony unto you, that you would restore unto your people that which is due them. I thank you, Most High Yah, that your word is capable to accomplish everything that it's set forth to do. That it is your word that is sharper than a two-edged sword. That it is your word that will never return void. I lift up to you your precious chosen people, that you would remind them that they are the apple of your eye, that the entire Bible was written on their behalf and for them. And I and my people only get to benefit from it because of them. Thank you. I worship you to live my life for you. You are worthy of all the honor, the glory, and the praise. I thank you for the remnant that you are raising up in righteousness, in boldness, and in an authority to trust you. May our mustard seed faith move mountains that are trying to hold us back from proclaiming the truth of who you are and who your true people are. Yeshua HaMashiach. We thank you for your sacrifice, and we thank you for your willingness to be obedient to your Father. Thank you for your example and how you loved us. And I pray, Father, that you would please protect your children emotionally, physically, spiritually. For they are not a byword. They are not cursed. They are not trash. They are not rats. But they are your chosen people. And you're revealing to them the truth so you can raise them up, so you can bring rebirth to your nation, so you can set them on top of the mountain. You can set them as lights, as salt of the earth, to proclaim your glory and your truth to all nations across this globe. And that all nations will see who your true chosen people are. And they will bow down and worship Yeshua HaMashiach and give glory to the Most High Yah, that in His goodness and His mercy, He was willing to allow us into this covenant through the sacrificial lamb of your Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. And instead of them being grateful to us as evangelical whites, that it is us that need to humbly be grateful for your chosen people and their God, you, Yah, in allowing us into your covenant. I thank you that I would rather dwell amongst rats than to live in the evilness of Esau. I give you the glory and the honor. Give you the glory and the honor. For you are worthy to receive it all. It's in the precious, holy name of Yeshua HaMashiach I pray these things. Amen. Shalom. To worship you I live. To worship you I live. And remember, you are not rats, but you are the precious chosen people of the Most High Yah. And the sad thing is that my people believe the lies. They are the ones that will be shocked to come to find out the truth. Thank you, Father.